He will lead this one off today. Now the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a line drive. Oh, what a stop on the slide. He is out. And what a vital play there, preventing the leadoff man from getting aboard. Now to the plate, Dustin Pedroia. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Line to the right side. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
That was a well-executed pitch right there. Change up, down and away, but he just got beat with it. Nice job to flip it the other way into the outfield for an opposite field base hit.
To the plate now, Alex Verdugo. This is line to left. In there, a base hit.
Hey, a little top-of-the-order lightning right here, Dan. The second and third guys in the batting order throw knocks out there, and now you're staring a monster in the face.
Zero, this is just what you don't want to face as a pitcher, right? You get the 2 and 3 hole guys up, and all of a sudden now it's 4, 5, and 6 going to have to get through the meat of this tough batting order.
Into center field, line drive base hit. Now a long throw home. And they will not get Pedroia at the plate as he's in there to score.
Boy, that's an aggressive send there, D-Row, because this outfielder has a very strong throwing arm.
Yeah, and when you're sitting in the hitters meeting, that's stuff they go over. So every base runner is on notice, knowing that this guy's got one of the strongest arms in the league, but they challenged him, and it worked.
Fielded cleanly. Only play is going to be to first, so score it as an RBI ground out as the lead moves to 2-0 now.
That grounder was hard hit, and sometimes the runner at third will have to hold on a ball like that, but he was off on contact, and they opted to take the out at first instead.
Now in the box, J.D. Martinez. And the Red Sox with an opportunity for more damage here in the first. The 1-1 home. Takes this the other way to right. In there, base hit, and that ought to get the run in from third.
Hey, this pitcher better make an adjustment. That's a lot of loud contact. That's 4 bullets in the first inning to open up this game.
Go back.
At the plate, Bobby Dahlbeck. Into right field. That'll drop. It's another base hit. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double.
Well, this doesn't have the makings of a start he's going to be proud of, does it? He's getting absolutely pounded here in the first inning, and I would think they're not going to let this go on for much longer.
So now to the plate, Christian Vasquez. Line drive to left. Santander grabs it to retire the side. Tanner Houck will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Well, Matt, the first thing we're going to find out is how well this guy pitches with little sleep. I can't imagine knowing that you're going to be the next day starting pitcher the night before. This is a young guy making his first start. Listen, you can only make your debut one time, so there has to be lots going on in this guy's mind. Hopefully he can settle down early and pitch well in his debut.
1-2 now. And the pitch. Ground ball foul down the left side. Coming down in buckets. Cats and dogs. Insert metaphor here, and the forecast is not showing any signs of relief.
Total agreement, Matt, and particularly that pitcher's mound. You know, one of the things you have to really be careful, not just for the position players, but that mound gets awfully slippery and awfully wet when it becomes moist like it is right now, so the umpires are going to have to really pay attention to the conditions on the field.
A little too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside.
You can bet these hitters are taking note of what the guy on the hill is working with. A long at bat like this in the first inning can reveal a lot.
The 2-2. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat. And with strike 3 recorded there, he's notched his first career major league strikeout.
Well, Matt, if he can become a consistent strikeout pitcher, you have to figure his career is going to end up being a solid one. All the best pitchers at this level have at least one pitch that they can go into in tough situations. So we'll see if he becomes one of those guys as his career goes along.
One and two now as that one's fouled off. Devers fields it cleanly. The 1-2. Bases are empty, one man out. And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
Into the box, Jose Iglesias. Popped up. Vasquez moving to his left. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. They trail it here 3-0. Second inning coming up, and Heidi Watney has an update for us on the weather forecast.
Well, Matt, the grounds crew members that I talked to prior to the game said the weather we're experiencing right now is expected to move on as the game progresses. They said they'll put extra effort into keeping the field dry until this rain dies down. But despite it being a little wet at the moment, we should get this one in uninterrupted.
Let's hope, Heidi, for all of our sake, that Mother Nature takes that front and passes it through without an incident. Now the 2-1. He takes the changeup the other way out toward right center. And he will make the catch while ranging backward as he just put the glove up and hauled it in for the first out.
The batter.
So one away here with the bases empty. And in to hit next, it'll be the left-handed batter Jackie Bradley Jr. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. A bouncer to the left side. Alberto gloves it. Throw on to first will get him. Scored at 5-3 on the putout, though it looked more like a 6-3 ground ball. Nevertheless, there are 2 away now. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the former MVP second baseman Dustin Pedroia. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and striding forward, the designated hitter, Renato Nunez.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
This pitching staff has done a really good job against this guy in this series. This is a really good hitter, and it's not easy to make a guy strike out 5 times in a series up to this point, but that's what they've done to this guy so far.
Stepping in now, Trey Mancini. Just got a piece of it as it's fouled back. 1 out, nobody on. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Verdugo's on the move. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the 2nd out.
Batting 6th, the left fielder, Anthony Santander.
Anthony Santander the next to bat, and he has not gotten off to the start he had hoped for with the bat. It's been a real struggle for him out of the gate. Fouled away. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. And set up behind the plate is Kenny Jansen as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
Hey, the book on Kenny Jansen, D-Road, not a very big zone, but he will give you that low pitch below the knees.
Yeah, and he's consistent. You're okay with that as an offensive player. He wants to give that pitch.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles. They trail in this one 3-0. All set for the start of the inning, and next to bat will be the outfielder, Alex Verdugo.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
And that's in for his 2nd hit of the afternoon. So it's a leadoff base hit to start the Red Sox half of the inning.
A lot of smiles to go around on the offensive side. First time through the order. That's already their 6th hit today as a team.
Into the box now, Rafael Devers. Hit on the ground out to short. To second for 1. On to first, and they turn the double play.
Doesn't come much easier than that. Taylor made 6-4-3 double play and an easy one to turn.
The 2-1. Takes this the other way to right, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit, and this is going to rattle up against the out-of-town scoreboard now. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Row, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. 1 left for the Red Sox. They lead it 3-0. Bottom of the 3rd now.
Let's play ball. Your attention, please.
A ball and 2 strikes now. Rodriguez is at least partially known for a good changeup, and it's not just any change of speed pitch. It dances all over the place. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. Strike 3.
This is a pitch I think we'll see a lot from him in this game. The cutter darting in on the hitters in the opposite batter's box. It can be a real effective pitch when it's located well, and that one was right there.
Popped him up. Under it is Bogarts, and there are 2 away now.
Batting ninth, the second baseman, Ramon Urias.
At the plate, Ramon Urias. He drove in 2 of his club's 3 runs in last night's affair. Nearly got the inside, but ruled a ball.
That's a good pitch to lay off right there. That cutter inside, and that is a real tough pitch for hitters to lay off of. And a lot of times, if you do swing at that cutter in, you're going to end up with some firewood in a broken bat.
2-2.
Hey, this guy's got an 89-mile-an-hour changeup. There was a time when 89 was a pretty good fastball.
Orioles still looking for their first hit of the ballgame. Down the third baseline, but this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. Fly ball out toward left center field. On the move is Martinez. This one's down. It's the first hit for the O's, and it's going to be for extra bases. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
As we take a look at the replay here, you can see that it was a hanging changeup. Nice job of staying back on it, and he's able to tattoo it for a double. And you know, if that pitch would have supplied more velocity, it might have been out of here. He hit it right on the screws. Well, it's a pretty well-known fact that your batting average goes up as you get into more favorable hitters counts, and that's especially true when we're talking about this kind of hitter. Not a great spot to be in if you're the pitcher.
And he popped him up. Back into foul territory behind first. Dahlbeck has got it, and the side is retired. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network. So coming to the plate, Bobby Dahlbeck. In his 7 at-bats in the series, he's picked up 5 hits, so he's really been locked in. A swing and a ground ball to third. The 3-2 pitch. Slapped hard the opposite way, and that'll get by and on through towards the wall. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Man, I feel for him, but you've got to call a spade, right? He's really struggling. The sample size is 3+ innings, and in that time, he's given up 8 hits, so it might be time to cut your losses and make a change out there.
To the plate now, Christian Vasquez. Line to the right side. That's in there. Base hit. And they'll get it in quickly. It's first and third now with nobody out.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Looked like the guy on second had to respect it and freeze a little bit.
He had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets down, but eventually does get to third base.
In now, Michael Chavis. Ground ball to second. This could be 2. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile, the runner is in to score.
Now batting, the center fielder, Jackie Bradley Jr.
Coming to the plate now, Jackie Bradley Jr. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Has a look, now the pitch. Hit out towards second. And that's the second out.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
So 2 gone now here in the Red Sox 4th, and that'll bring up the former MVP second baseman Dustin Pedroia. Hit to first. Reined in, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. And digging into the batter's box will be Hanser Alberto. His numbers against Eduardo Rodriguez, he's gone 3 for 11. Lifted in the air out to left. On the move is Martinez. He can't get there as it falls in.
The batter, number 11. Shortstop, Jose Iglesias.
Standing in now, Jose Iglesias. And he misses there for ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out.
Now batting, the designated
And here's
hitter,
Renato Nunez.
Renato
2 hits and 8 tries for the series. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
At the plate, Trey Mancini. 2 balls and a strike.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Mancini now.
Wow, not sure what you're looking for right there, but that one was pretty much middle center cut. Tough pitch to take.
Lifted in the air to right field. Verdugo waits on it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
the left fielder, number 25.
So
Anthony.
stepping in.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Boston.
Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. Alberto at second. Iglesias on at first with 2 down. Here's a little chopper up the middle. Flips it behind his back. And the 2-out threat will not come to. And the next up will be Alex Verdugo. First at bat of the game for him here in the 5th, as he was a late entrant into this one. But this is gloved over there at first as he was in the right spot at the right time. 1 away.
Third baseman.
So the base is empty here with 1 away. And that brings up the third baseman, Rafael Devers. Not surprisingly here, this is on the ground to the right side. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes 1 away. Wow.
The batter, number 2.
And that brings in Xander Bogaerts. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. The 1-1. Hit back up the middle. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Now here comes the Orioles. Manager up out of the dugout on his way to the mound, and a change is in the offing, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. So it's no runs. Chris Sale takes over out in left field after entering the game in a pinch hit role last half inning.
Chris
Bottom of the inning now, and now it'll be the catcher, Pedro Severino.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
2-2 count. Here it comes. Popped him up. Devers in foul ground, but this will land untouched. Here now the 2-2. Lofted in the air out toward right center. On the run is Verdugo. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
Up next for the Orioles, the center fielder, Austin Hayes.
In now, Austin Hayes. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. One and 2 now as that's in there at the knees. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors for the Orioles so far. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
One of the toughest pitches to hit, the straight changeup, right? El Cambio. Hadn't seen it in that entire at bat, and what happens? Gets the string pulled on him right there. Had no chance to put that ball in play.
At the plate now, Ramon Urias. In the air now out to right field. Verdugo waits on it, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Striding in, Bobby Dahlbeck. He scored a run after stroking a double in his first at-bat.
And he's got to build off that last AB. He battled. Usually when you battle, you get in that swing mode. A lot of pitches, you'll swing at the rosin bag. I love the fact that he was able to work a double in last at bat. Let's see if we get more of the same right here.
So striding in, Christian Vasquez. He singled his last time up. The 1-1 home. Line toward right center. And that's in for a base hit, his second in as many trips to the plate.
Just an unbelievable piece of hitting right there. Staying on the inner half of that baseball right there. Staying to it and through it, not coming around it, and able to drive it the other way for a base hit.
Into the box now, Michael Chavis. Liner towards second, and that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances.
Now batting, the center fielder, Jackie Bradley Jr.
So now to the plate, Jackie Bradley Jr. On the ground now for Iglesias. This could be 2. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is ready now. Ryan Mountcastle flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Changeup laid off down around the shins. He stays alive, still 2-2. High in the air and deep to left center field. Left fielder looking up to the track, to the wall, and it's gone. And good for him. Ryan Mountcastle has just launched his first major league home run. Hard to say how many more of these he'll hit in his career, but for now, I'm sure he's happy to say he's got at least one.
Well, I think that any kid who's ever dreamed about playing this game dreams exactly this. watching the ball disappear over the fence, then circling the bases in a big league ballpark. He'll be replaying that at-bat over and over in his head. And now his phone's going to blow up. He'll be calling his parents, his buddies. Everybody's going to be talking about this one.
The 1-2 misses off the plate.
Not sure if that was a great take or if he got locked up on a two-seamer running away, but either way, it worked out well for him. That's a well-thrown pitch, though.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
1-2. Grounder down the line at third, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Fouled off. 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors for the Orioles so far. Struck him out, so he's set down on strikes for the second time today.
That's his second strikeout of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if a coach finds him in the dugout and gives him a little talk about shortening up and putting the ball in play. Good things tend to happen when you do that in these kinds of conditions.
To the plate now, Trey Mancini. Swing and a miss as he pulled the string on him. 1-2. 2 out with the man at first. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. From the belt, the pitch, and the cutter got him swinging. Strike 3, and the side is retired. A run on 2 hits, and they leave 1. 7th inning coming up. The Red Sox 4 and the Orioles 1. 7th inning ready to roll, and that'll give way to the veteran second baseman Dustin Pedroia. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Into center field, line drive, base hit. Well, it took him till the 7th, but he gets his first hit of the game here, and that'll extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he didn't come out of what he was trying to do all day, Dan. Kept the front shoulder tucked, kept the ice water in his veins, and didn't try and get too big. Extends the hitting streak. Nice job.
You know, D-Row, I talked to him before the game about the streak, and he said the toughest part is he hopes to get hits early in the game to take the pressure off. He had to wait to the 7th inning in this one to come through.
Line drive to left. Santander makes the catch, and now they might be able to double them off at first. On to first, a double play. Here now is Rafael Devers. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. The set and the 1-1 pitch. Devers, right field and carrying well. Into the flag court and gone. It's a solo home run for Rafael Devers. First home run of the campaign for him as they stretch the lead to 5-1.
Yeah, everyone in the stadium, including the guy in the mound, knew it was just a matter of time until this guy cranked one out of here. Well, that's the first one of the year, and many more are sure to follow.
In now, Xander Bogaerts. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. Hit the other way out toward right field. Mancini makes the catch for out number 3. Last half of the 7th here, and coming forward is the switch hitting outfielder Anthony Santander. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch.
Let's play ball. Your attention, please.
Down the left field line and deep. And no one will get this one. The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best two-strike approach either.
Standing in, Pedro Severino. The 1-1. There's a swing and a ball lifted to left, but back in the seats, out of play. It's 1-2. 7th inning here in a 5-1 ball game. And it's fouled away. The 1-2. And he fouls this one off. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
Standing in now, Austin Hayes. And this one runs a little too far in. Ball 2.
You know, over the course of a full season, you're going to have some clunkers, and this certainly looks like one. By the look on the manager's face, he's going to probably call a meeting after this.
Fouled away. And another foul ball. Fouled off. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. And he struck him out. So a fine inning here as he strikes out this side in order. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles. They're down 5-1. At the plate, Chris Sale. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Line drive to left. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Take a look at this again in slow motion. He tracks this thing all the way, gets his hands quickly through the zone, and just rips it down the left field line, just how they draw it up.
Ready for another chance? Bobby Dahlbeck. He doubled earlier in the game. 1 for 2 to this point. Takes this the other way to right. And that's a fair ball as it'll head toward the scoreboard. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
When it left his bat, I thought it might squirt foul, but it hugged the line and found its way into the corner. Thought it might be a little bit closer play at second, but he cruised in there with relative ease.
Sean Armstrong will come on out of the bullpen as he'll be appearing in his third game this season.
Number 43.
Christian Vasquez will be his first test out of the bullpen, and it'll be a tough test indeed as they face him with 2 on and nobody out here. But this will be gloved out there at second as he didn't have far to go for the out. And now a triple play as he couldn't get back to the bag, and the inning is over. So it's no runs. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go. The 1-1 takes a pitch for strike number 2. The 1-2. Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball.
Hey, that's a nice take by the batter right there, but that's a non-competitive off-speed pitch. Got to do better to at least entice a swing.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Grounded down the third baseline. Devers gloves it. Throw won't get him. Hold on here, though. That was really a close play, so they're checking to see if they want to challenge that safe call. So here's the signal from the bench, and they will indeed ask for that play to be reviewed. So the umpires will get on the horn with the replay operations center in Manhattan and attempt to get a definitive answer on this.
Okay, we're going to get one more look at it right here. Is there enough video evidence to overturn this call? You know, I think there is. The shot right there makes it look like the ball beat him to first. Looks like a well-used challenge.
Okay, umpires look ready, and off comes the headset, and he's out. So the original call is overturned, and it ends up being a well-used challenge there. At the plate, Ryan Mountcastle in front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number 2.
Anytime you get rookies just breaking into the big leagues, you have to expect a certain amount of this. There aren't any easy at-bats at this level, and you really have to learn how to slow the game down in your head because everything feels like it's so much faster up here.
Into the box, Hanser Alberto. Had nibbled the corner there, but missed 2-1. A bouncer up the middle. Bogarts has it. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. They're down here 5-1. New inning set to get underway, and Michael Chavis will step in at the plate. The 1-1 home. Hit in the air out to center field. Long run for the center fielder, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
Up next for the Red Sox.
Now batting, Jackie Bradley Jr. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Bradley with wheels headed for second. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
And this is just a cut fastball. He's trying to sneak in the back door. He's unable to get it done. Leaves it right over the heart of the plate, and that's just too easy for a guy like this. He's licking his chops as the ball arrives, and he drills it to the outfield for an extra base hit.
Into the box now, Dustin Pedroia. Swinging a soft liner, and this will be put away easily for the out. Throw back to second, and that's a double play. Digging in, Jose Iglesias comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Now the 3-2 pitch, skied into straightaway right. After it is Verdugo. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Renato Nunez.
Into the box, Renato Nunez. He's hoping to avoid the hat trick. He struck out in each of his first 2 plate appearances so far. The 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2. Looked like a sinker there, but he got under it anyway. This is lifted out to left. Bogarts has a play. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Boy, he showed some pretty good range, heading pretty deep into the outfield to bring that one down. Thought the outfielder might call him off, but he clearly had it under control.
And here's the big right-handed power threat, Trey Mancini. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. The 1-1 home. And this is swung on and missed. So with that, they find themselves down to their final strike here this afternoon. Baltimore down to their final strike. And he gets strike 3 called to end it here. And with that, this one is over.
Well, these guys feel pretty good about themselves, and they should. Anytime you can come into somebody else's ballpark and sweep a 3-game tilt, you're doing something right. Great team effort.
5-1 the final total in today's game. Boston jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Eduardo Rodriguez gets the win in relief, his 2nd of the year. John Means was unable to work out of the 2nd inning as he saddled with the loss. So that's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, Matt Vasgersian, we all thank you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. See you next time.